Good evening, everyone! Jó estét kívánok! Most utolsó este a Csipkén, a gála műsorunk. Last night of Csipke Tábor, our 17th Csipke Tábor. So I will attempt to step into my brother's shoes as MC for the evening. Won't promise anything, I won't be as charming, but I'll try to be cuter than he is. So first I would like to kick off and introduce Salamon Andi and Salamon József, right? Or just Salamon Andi at first? Both of them are going to come, kick off the concert, and we promise you will have a wonderful evening.
I've been assigned two little speeches here today, but the first one is the administrative, the what you need to know, the debriefing speech that we have for the end of the camp. It is very, very, very important that we clean up today and tomorrow. All the cigarette butts, all the Coke bottles, beer bottles, everything gets cleaned up for tonight. Please stay out of the ebedler, the cafeteria tonight. The kids like to kind of go in there and wreak havoc, which we would really appreciate it. That doesn't really ever happen again. We are to vacate this property by 2 o'clock. So when we pack up, if you're driving, we kindly ask that you do leave by 2 p.m. The bar is funded ahead of time by Csipke members, and if you opened a tab, we kindly ask that you close your tab tonight at one point. We do take all sorts of money. We can take cash, we can take checks, we can take Venmo. If you do have any open balances, any debts that you owe to Csipke, like for instance, if you purchase something and says, oh, I'll pay you later, please do so tonight also. We do kindly ask that. Video sign-up. So we did have a video session for the folks that were here and did it. If you missed it or slept through it or would like one, that was we'll have some kind of electronic password. You can get it electronically. We're going to put some videos up of the edit-the Ziga and stuff that Deja and Eniker was teaching on there also. We're going to record the singing. That they're gonna go through all the singing that we learned at the party tonight that we will record. So you'll have the dallam and stuff in the videos along with the words that you can take pictures of that we can have. Breakfast tomorrow, the kitchen staff is going to put out some of the sandwiches that was left over and any other leftover food for the morning. At 9:30 you can go into the kitchen and grab a sandwich, grab a little food before you embark on your journey home. If you are going on an airplane tomorrow, please check in with Fetty and or Parker, but yeah, one of the two, just check in, confirm your pickup time, when and where, and you do not go to bed tonight unless you check in and get your pickup time and your driver tomorrow. And if there's any Csipke member that will shout out something that I'm missing that's regarding this, just let me know. Any, we're good? Okay, well, and without further ado, I'm going to hand it back over to whatever I'm supposed to hand over to, Zenekar. Yo, thank you very much.
Levágom, sosem lettem volna. Olyan büszkén, mintha sosem látott volna, mintha szeretője sosem lettem volna. Húzd meg!
Kolozsvárosi asszony, nem kell nékem a lánya, minden este a haját gondolálja, mert én nékem dologra kell az asszony, kapa melletteti, erre van a kisasszony. Mert én nékem dologra kell az asszony, kapa melletteti, erre van a kisasszony.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tokos ensemble with their rendition of György Falvi. When Ildiko asked me to help with the emceeing, I realized that I'm neither going to be charming nor cute, so I think I'll have to settle for adequate instead. So I hope I can rise to the occasion. It is with great pleasure that I introduce two amazing dancers, Enikő Kocsis and Dezső Fitos from Budapest, Hungary. They will be introducing their dance and I will try to translate it for you.
Mindenkit nagyon sok szeretettel köszöntünk ma este. Elérkeztünk a záró gálához, mi is izgatottan várjuk, hogy együtt egy gyönyörű csokorba összefoglaljuk a gyerekekkel, Eszterékkel, zenekarral a tábori eseményeket, a szakmaiságát ennek az egész hétnek. A lehetetlenre vállalkoztunk, hiszen a nagyecsedi táncok Felső-Tiszavidékről olyan gazdagsággal, olyan virtuóz előadásmóddal és figuragazdagsággal léteznek és fellelhetők a Kárpát-medencében, amely egy nagyon magas technikai szintet igényel. De most átadom a szót Gabinak, hogy fordítson.
She is happy to welcome everyone here at our little gala. Sorry, getting a little bit of feedback. At our little gala here, and she's happy to show our dances, and she's happy to see that the rest of the groups are going to be showing their what they learned during the week. It is impossible to show the Nagyecsedi culture and dance in one little segment of dance, and she hopes that they will be able to rise to the occasion. But there's a lot more to it than just what we're going to show you or what they're going to show you, and they're gonna try to find a way to do that.
Azt gondoljuk Dezsővel, hogy egy hét alatt nem lehet megtanulni egy táncanyagot, de viszont ablakokat lehet nyitogatni arra a nagy gazdagságú Kárpát-medencére, ahol együtt élünk cigányok, magyarok és különböző nemzetiségek. A cigánytáncokban konzerválódott az a Kárpát-medencei tánctudás, amely még a mai napig fellelhető ezekben a figurákban. Aki ezeket a cigánytáncokat tanulja, az egy szűk keresztmetszetét adja a magyar tánckincsnek.
To her, it's impossible to show it in this very small window. But sorry, I got a little bit fuddled. But what we can give is a window into the culture of the gypsies who live in Hungary, and show you the beautiful treasure that they have.
És akkor én csak annyit mondanék, hogy a Bocskai rádiós kollégával beszélgettünk, és azt kérdezte tőlem, hogy csináltuk ezt a videózást, hogy ennek van-e értelme egyáltalán, hogy levideózzuk, és akkor azt mondtam, hogy igen, van értelme, mert elviszitek haza, megtanuljátok, és jövőre kikérdezem, jó? Na, akkor kezdjük el.
So Dezső just added that, is there any reason to videotape this? He was talking to the Bocskai people, and he said there is a reason, because next year or whenever he'll be back, he's gonna ask you to show him the steps again.
És honnan tudja a Dezső, hogy jövőre meghívja a salat? Tehát igazából...
Na be!
Jöjj, dúj, tri, sta, hajnalba jöttem haza a bulizásból. Egy óra múlva indulok én Kolozsvárról. És a tájkot érmásával, tárgyával, keteméhol, sukárkámolról.
Kollégáik már együtt vannak? Ti következtek. So, the next number. Csongor Attila Tokos, a.k.a. Cuba, and Kristóf Szakács from the Tokos band were the instructors for the advanced music group this year. Cuba teaching violin and Kristóf teaching viola. They worked about 5 hours a day. By the way, you guys can start coming up to the stage if you're around. Cuba, itt vagytok? Jöhettek közbe, jó? They worked about 5 hours a day teaching music from Vajdasentiván, Transylvania. Each afternoon, the young adults all joined the dance sessions where they had the opportunity to learn the dances from the same region as they learned the music. These students are truly the next generation of this camp. Many of them were Csipke babies, and one of them was a Csipke mom baby. Sylvie, go Sylvie, in the house. You brought your little babies and you're here with them playing, which is awesome. They came to camp every year with their families, and now we are so awed by your talents and your energy. They're from New Jersey, Ottawa, New Hampshire, the Detroit area, and Chicago, with a special mention to our musicians from the Slovak community, Iza and Stefan, who also provided entertainment during the late hours at camp. On behalf of the students, we all would like to thank Cuba and Kristóf for their diligence, patience, and dedication during this week. Szóljon a zene! to shout out to the dancers that don't play violin and are in this age group. You won't see them in the show, but you stay for the tanzas and you get a very special treat. Because of the 160 campers, I think about 75% are under 25 years old, and the rest of us are older. And it's quite amazing to see the generations as we're moving forward. So it's quite a bright future ahead. I just wanted to give shout out to the dancers, as my daughter is one of them, and then she's gonna say, oh, it's all about the musicians again. So I would like to give a big round of applause to all the dancers, all the young dancers, and all the not so young dancers in the crowd, because you've done an amazing job this camp. So we expect you all to be on the dance floor during the tanzas. So our next block will be the children's group. This year's children's program included 21 participants ranging from 5 to 13 years old, arriving from Ottawa, the Detroit area, Wisconsin, Chicago, and New Jersey. Teaching them this year are our first-time Csipke teachers, Eszter Német and Ákos Östör. They are professional folk dancers with the Fitos Dezső Dance Company and belong to the new generation of well-respected young choreographers in Hungary. I've seen a couple of their choreographies out of this world. They both grew up in very strong folklore communities, Ákos from Székesfehérvár, Hungary, and Eszter from Nagysalló, Slovakia. What you will see next, the next 4 numbers, 5 numbers actually. Kicking off is our youngest primás, Andor, of the whole Tábor. Andor, you can come get ready. After Andor will be the younger kids doing folk games. Then Ákos and Eszter will show their jobbágy telki dances, which they taught. Then our junior musicians, and closing out will be a big bonsai jobbágy telki dancers by the older group. Accompanying them is our local Csipke band. Magyar Soma, my godson from Toronto. Fazekas Péter, my other Detroit godson from Detroit suburbs. Garda Levi, my husband's best friend from Montreal. Branyo Brinyarski from New York. Életfaz, awesome good bass player. They have been providing the music live for the kids all week, as well as helping out throughout the camp, together with Claire Bright, who helps every night when she needs to give us some help. So thank you to Claire, and thank you to the musicians all week. Lastly, I really, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank the special families of these children. I missed 2 years, I was not here, and meeting you all really warmed my heart. The way you're raising your children is the way to do it. And I'm so proud that I got to know you. And you have really helped us enhance the Csipke experience for these kids. Thank you very much. Hüvelykujjam görbe, kisujjam is szintén görbe, a testvérek itt összeölelkeznek, és ott van a vezető. Kitesszük előre, és meg elkezdjük. Lippem, loppom a szőlőt, elaludt az öreg csőz, furkos bot a kezébe, vaskalap a fejébe. Lippem, loppom a szőlőt, elaludt az öreg csőz, furkos bot a kezébe, vaskalap a fejébe. Kip-kop készül, kip-kop kitartja, kip-kop megfordítja, kip-kop fejére teszi, kip-kop vállára teszi. Kip-kop elkészíti a vonót. Ez az, nézzetek!
Álljatok be, gyerekek!
Csipke, mit csinálsz az én kertemben?
Káposztát ennék, ha volna.
Kapáltad?
Most kapálom.
Öntözted?
Most öntözöm.
Gyomláltad?
Most gyomlálom.
Kecske, nem félsz hozzá, hogy elkaplak?
Itt is jut, ott is jut, azon pedig kibújok.
Futás!
Kapatod? Most kapatod. Öntöztöd? Most öntözni. Gyomlátod? Most gyomlátod. Kecske, nem félsz elkapva? Ott is jut, ez a pedig Káposztát enni, ha volna. postát tennék, ha volna. Kapáltat. Most kapál. És késztél. Most öntözöm. Gyomlátad. Most gyomlálom. Kecske, kecske. Nem félsz, elkaplak. Ott is jó, azon pedig ki vagyok.
Good evening, my name is Steve Balint and I was asked by the organizers to tell a few words about the band. We are the Tokos band, we come from Transylvania, our hometown is Kolozsvár, Cluj in Romanian, and the band was formed in 2011 by students from in the city. We're a very colorful band of 6. I mean, there are professional musicians, classical musicians, even opera singers and robot engineers. So, but still, we have one common point, and that's playing together folk music, Hungarian folk music, or whatever folk music from the Carpathians. And because of this, we are very happy and humble that we reached even the furthest points of the world, for instance from the Far East to way down under Australia and Africa and now here to North America. I would like to thank the organizers, Shala and your crew. I mean, we are deeply honored that we can be here in Csipke, and you are awesome people. We are very happy to be here. And last but not least, you campers, because thanks to you, we are really tired, first of all. We feel that we are actually at the end of our last drops of energy, but we will still hold on and do this last night like really, really, really well. And I think that we established a lot of friendships this week. I think that we have a we established a very good connection with you, and I hope that when you go home, you will take a little part of us with you. As a farewell gift for you, we held our instruments all week, so we're gonna put them down now. And we're gonna sing for you a Kalotaszeg song, only a cappella with our voice in more voices. You know that this is not really accustomed to Hungarian folk music. We play monophonic music, but we tried to sing a song for you. Well, our voice is tired, let's say partly because of you. Because, you know, we sang all week, but I hope we'll manage. So here it comes, some Kalotaszeg music, sung a cappella. We call the song Kalotaszeg Stett.
Dum, 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 dum.
Csodálatos torkú Tokos zenekar után nehéz itt megszólalni mögött a mikrofon mögött.
It's hard to match the great Tokos sound that we just heard.
A héten többször láthatunk különböző felállásokban muzsikáló zenészeket, hol az egyikük cimbalmozott, hol a másikuk hegedült, hol a harmadikuk brácsázott. Mindig csak kapkodtuk Dezsővel a fejünket, hogy most melyik hangszernél kiül.
Every time the different band members would have different instruments in their hands, it would be hard to follow what they were playing usually.
És a Szilviék jó voltából a színészi tehetségüket is megcsillanthatták ezek a fantasztikus zenészek.
And they also performed in one of the Szilvi productions as well.
És most pedig a vajdaszántíványi táncokhoz érkeztünk el. Nekünk Dezsővel szívünk csücske ez a tánc, és 2000-ben Amerikában fújt össze minket a szél. És...
In 2000, Anika and Dezső became sort of a couple, kind of not really, but under the radar. And Vajdaszántíván is one of their favorite dances to dance. In the US, sorry.
Hurrikán.
USA.
És ezt a táncot most Salának küldjük, főleg a Batuka részét, mert tudjuk, hogy az ő kedvenc tánca, és nagyon szépen köszönjük, hogy újra itt lehetünk veletek. Fantasztikus volt ez a hét, nagyon jó volt újra találkozni a rég nem látott barátokkal, ismerősökkel, új barátokat is ismertünk meg, új ismerősöket, és vigyétek tovább ezeket a táncokat, dalokat, ezt a sok-sok élményt, és annak nagyon örülünk, hogy ennyi kicsi gyerek van, ilyen nagyok lettek ezek a kicsi gyerekek, már a kamaszokra gondolok, ilyen erős, férfias, nagyon csodálatos nőies lányok, itt a fiatalság is jelen van ebben a táborban, ez csodálatos dolog, úgyhogy hajrá Csipke Tábor!
So the Batuka especially goes out to Shala because we know it's one of his favorite dances, and she's so happy to see old friends, or they're so happy to see old friends and new friends, and she hopes you take this material out into the wide world of the US and Canada, and she hopes you really enjoy the material as well.
És akkor utoljára én is hadd mondjak egyet, hogy szóljon ez a tánc, meg ez a tábor horvát eleknek, aki nem régen halt meg, majd a Szentivány primás barátom volt, úgyhogy szóljon neki ez a tánc.
And this also goes out to Elek Bácsi, who is the primás in Vajdaszántíván. This is for him. Hajrá!
És még annyit, hogy a csodálatos torkú zenekarról, hogyha a csodálatos torkukról van szó, az minden hajnal 6-ig lehetett érzékelni, és ma este is bemutatják a tudásukat a torkaikkal. Úgyhogy hadd menjen a cigánycsárdás!
Cigánycsárdás and Tokos ensemble.
És akkor megkérünk mindenkit, hogy fáradjon ide örömzenére. Ugye? Olyan.
Akkor gyertek, fiatalok!
Mindenki jöjjön, minden, aki muzsikálni tud. És várjuk az Andit a színpadhoz. Andrea. Most Sala Andrea jön. Egy tapsot Salának és Andreának!
First, I want to thank everybody for coming again this year. We have such a good time. It takes a really crazy person to do this every year for a whole week in 90-degree weather in a sauna, and it's long, it's hard. I've said this before, I say it every year. We party hard, but we work hard. And so I really want to thank everybody again for coming. We are so honored that you just keep coming back and taking this torture all week, every year. We also want to thank the Clear Lake Camp. Matthew, you are so patient with us. Any crazy idea that we come up with, he's like, okay, I think we can work this out. Let's figure it out. Thank you for your patience, because we do get a little loud sometimes, but we try to reel it in a bit, so thank you for being patient with us and not calling the police. There are a bunch of camps in North America, or in the area, that that I want to put a shout out to. The Csipke Tábor, Sylvia and Mike's farm. There's a long weekend in May, and it is a phenomenal, rustic, like hardcore camp that I really want to put out there. Csipke Tábor. A lot of us and my kids grew up with the Csipke Tábor. It's a week-long camp that you can send your kids there and leave them there. And then you pick it up and it's like this amazing transformation for this. And these are highly recommended. They're worth supporting. And I just want to put a shout out to that. The Gulyás Festival is next weekend. If you need a fix, the band is going to be there, so if you're in town or if you're traveling around next weekend, that's the place to be if you're still needing a little bit of support. So I want to thank Ildiko. Ildi? Oh, okay. So Ildiko, come here, baby. You totally stepped up, our honorary new Csipke person. Honestly, as she helped with all the organization, it is a mess. We are a little bit loose sometimes, and we pull it together. But Ildiko, I so appreciate you stepping in and stepping up. We can't thank you enough. I also want to give special thanks to some extra folks who also stepped up for this weekend, for just every person who kind of helped us clean up, helped us move tables, family members who saw that, we're kind of struggling here, trying to keep things together, kind of stepped in, pushed the kids forward, gathered the kids. It takes a village, it really does, and we appreciate all of your help. In particular, Arpi, Shani, Mike, Norby was such a big help this year. Linda and Aniko, who helped us with some of the crafts this year. Thank you so much for stepping in. We appreciate it, and we've got so many more ideas for next time. I'd like to also put a message out for the older Csipke kids who also stepped up this year. We're seeing this little kind of bubble up and filling in the gaps and stuff that we have, and it's so nice. We have the Bence, Matthew, Anna, Evika, Kellen, Krista, Mate, Kellen's friend Theo, Karina, who's coming up and helped with some of the technical stuff that we're all too old to figure out, Márton, Zalán, Mate. Thank you so much for stepping in. We had a little meeting, and I appreciate you guys filling in when we needed to.
Meg szeretnék köszönni a Csipke tagoknak
a fáradhatatlan munkát és a sok segítséget, tehát együtt raktuk ezt az egész tábort. Andi, Erzsike, Erika, Zsuzsi, Karen, Otto, Julie, Kindra, Steve, Feri, Gyuri,
Yeah, not to worry, I cry every year. It's half exhaustion, half grateful. I'm so grateful for this band of people who puts this together every year. It takes a labor of love. Love you guys. I want to also thank the band. So Shoma, Branyo, and Peter, who worked along with the kids, is also like the family that's coming up. I see these generational shifts. We try to give something for everybody here. You know, like if you're not into this kind of dancing, you're into this kind of dancing. If you like crafts, you like the kids, you want to play instrument. We try to find something for everybody, and it does take a little crazy person to come here every year, but you do come back, and I'd like to thank you very much. And I would like to turn it over to the final number then, but thank you. Oh, no, that's right. Charlotte needs to talk again. Yes.
Hát ma itt vagyok, nem? Azt hiszik, én vagyok a bodyguard. Szeretném megköszönni a minden résztvevőnek, hogy újra megtisztelt bizalmával is eljött a Csipke Táborba. Csináltuk, amit tudtunk, remélem jól éreztétek magatokat. Hálás köszönet a Tokos zenekarnak, a profi munkáért. Hajnali muzsikát, megint beszeretném mutatni a tagokat, ha itt van mindenki. Arbi ott van a Csongor, Szép Bálint, Zsombor, Fergeteges. Először vannak nálunk, de szerintem nem utoljára. Köszönet a tánctanároknak, Pitos Dezső, Kocsi Semikő, Isten Ákos, nagyon profi úr, nagyon szépen köszönjük. És szeretném megköszönni mindenkinek, aki direkt vagy indirekt módon segített itt a héten nekünk, mert sok mindent kell csinálni, de egyesek odafigyeltek. Nagyon szépen köszönjük. További jó szórakozást!
Azért egy tapsot családnak kérünk szépen a végére. Most pedig legyen a finálé számunk egy közös cigánycsárdás, mindenki zenél, gyertek ide be, gyerekek, nyugodtan be közelebb. És én azt kérem mindenkitől, ha már finálé szám, azt nem lehet úgy csinálni, hogy egy ember táncol, hanem jöjjön be mindenki, aki a héten tanul táncolni. Na jöjjön mindenki ide be, a zenekar elé, egy utolsó finálészám következik. Mindenki, amit tanult a Szent Iványi, a jobbágytelkit, és mindenki táncolt egy jó nagyot kedvére. Na, hadd szólj! Én a nézőtérre gondoltam, a nézőtérről gyertek be, gyertek a nézőtérről, jöjjön mindenki, aki Szent Iványit tanul, gyerünk, 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 come on, come on, come on, gyerünk, gyerünk, gyorsan gyertek! szépen mindenkinek, hogy végignézte a gála műsort. Egy rövid szünet és átállás után pedig folytatódjon a ma esti mulatság.